What's going on, YouTube? It is your boy SkinnyBoyDame, Skinny Boy Dame. Yeah, that's me. Now we about to watch a 2K video. Don't piss me off, please, please. Back here again with another video. As y'all know, y'all already seen my rant about the top 10. If y'all haven't seen the rant about my, god damn, am I roll away because of the fucking water? Pause. But if y'all haven't seen it, make sure y'all go watch my top 10 rant. You know what I'm saying? Still disrespectful, but now we into the nitty gritty here. Shout out to my boy Joe Knows. Everybody know who he is as far as the 2K community. Don't need to tell who he is. If not, just look him up. But this is the NBA 2K25 MyPLAYER Builder Complete Breakdown. Parentheses, must watch. So, I'm not going to say too much. I know y'all want to see the video, just like me. Let's hop right into it.
No intro. We all know why we're here. All I ask is you drop a like on the video because this did take me a while to make, and let's get right into the builder breakdown. All right, let's jump right into it. So first, you're gonna have your name, hand, jersey number, all that's the same, right? Now, when you come in here, height, weight, wingspan, everything that I saw was pretty much identical to 2K24. You know, height affects almost everything. Weight affects strength, rebounding, right, perimeter, wingspan affects, you know, rebounding, block, driving dunk, three-pointer. Pretty much everything's the same in terms of what your physicals affect, so we're not gonna spend a lot of time on this. We're gonna jump right into the actual attributes and badges.
Perfect, because I'm making this 6'2" off the strength, off the rip. Let's see how this play out. 6'2", wings, 6'2", height, 6'9", wingspan, 220 pounds. Let's see what this fool cook up.
Badges screen, and everything you see here is going to be similar, but there's some tweaks. Okay, so as you scroll through the attributes, obviously the badges on the right change depending on what attribute you're on. There's also a description for every badge. How accurate are they? We will see, because 2K24 had some inaccuracies. But when you tap the right bumper, it's going to scroll over to the takeover screen instead of the badges screen. And over on this one, you can scroll through all the takeovers. It tells you the attribute requirements to be able to unlock that takeover on the build that you're creating. And then down below that, probably right where my head is kinda, you'll see that it shows you exactly what the attribute boost is for that takeover. Now, also similar to 2K24, when you press triangle or Y, it's going to change the badges screen and it's going to show all the badges on your build. And as you put up the attributes, it'll show which badges you're unlocking. Now, more importantly, on the bottom right, it shows you the attribute requirement for each badge level, all the way from bronze all the way to legend. But there's an easier way to view this. So over here on NBA2KLab.com, they have a spreadsheet for free. This is 100% free for every category: playmaking, finishing, defense, rebounding, and every badge in the game, and all the requirements to unlock that badge at each level: bronze, silver, gold, Hall of Fame, and legend, and all the height, min, maxes, everything you could need. And this is available right now for free on NBA2KLab.com. Now, of course, if you're interested in the premium content, that costs a couple dollars a month, but if you use code Joe, you'll get a big discount on that, all right? And in my opinion, it's 100% worth the premium membership, because that gets you all the jump shot data, and you'll be able to craft the perfect jump shot within the first couple days of the game. And I mean, that's what all the best players use. They use that information to make sure that they have, you know, the biggest advantage over everybody else. But this data here is 100% free. Also, along with the badge data for free, they have all the takeovers and requirements listed as well. As you can see, they have every single takeover in the game.
Hold on. So these what all y'all motherfuckers be doing? So y'all be searching all this up. Y'all be finding everything on here. All y'all cheeses out there. All y'all players that's tough in NBA 2K. So y'all mean to tell me y'all be doing this? And y'all be this tough? What? Don't worry about it, because I'm next.
Requirement is what the boost percentage, or not percentage, how much attributes get boosted from it, and they have a description about it. It's amazing, everything they have over here at NBA2KLabs.com. I definitely recommend y'all check it out. The link will be in the description. And as I said, if you're interested in that jump shot data and all the other premium content that they offer, use code Joe to get that discount. It's only a couple dollars a month, and it is definitely worth it. Now, a lot of people asked about legend badges, so let's talk about it, okay? We weren't able to test them, but as you can see, I mean, they look cool, but some are very expensive. So to get these legend badges, you need a 99 three-pointer, and it puts you up to 64 overall. You see, it's 4 overall just to go from 98 to 99.3. Another one that we're going to take a look at here is going to be posterizer, right? So you need 99 driving dunk and 90 vertical. It's going to be much more expensive than the three-pointer because you need 2 attributes categories to hit certain thresholds. So this is what I mean. Certain legend badges are going to be much more expensive. Look at 90 vertical and 99 driving dunk. You're already a 74 overall. To get the shooting badges to 99, you were a 64 overall. So that's 10 more overall just to get a legend posterizer as opposed to a legend deadeye. So we talked about posterizer. We talked about some of
I know all y'all motherfuckers. I know all y'all about to have shooting. Because what he just said right there kills the game. And I know half y'all don't even need 99 driving dunks to dunk on niggas. I'm already knowing. So it's just the fact that you can have a 99 three-pointer at a 64, then you can boost your dunk probably to a 80 something, damn near 90. If people is a builder, a MyPLAYER builder for real, oh, I already know what y'all about that, man. Y'all gonna tweak the fuck out this game, boy. Y'all gonna tweak the hell out this game and watch. He just gave y'all the hidden gem. That is crazy work.
the shoot limitless and deadeye and all those ones. But what about ball handling, right? 99 ball handling, you're an 83 overall.
So 99 shooting, 64. 99 dunking, 74. 99 dribbling, an 83? Bruh. You got to be serious right now. 99 ball handling with at 83 overall already is insane to me. Let me see about, I can't wait till I see a lock. Oh my God.
83 overall, just like that. Now you do get 3 legend badges with this one. You get Ankle Assassin, Handles for Days, and Unpluckable. But the reason being is because it's tied to so many other attributes, right? Your speed with ball automatically goes to an 89. Your layup automatically goes to an 84. Your speed automatically goes to an 84. So depending on what the badge is tied to attribute-wise is also going to obviously affect how expensive getting that legend badge is.
I get that. Let me go back. I get that 110%. An 84 layup, an 89 speed with ball, 99 handles for 99 ball handling. But who in the holy fuck's gonna have a 99 dribble? If you're not a content creator, if you're not just making content for the fuck of it, just having fun with the game, who in the hell is really gonna make 99 overall ball handle? Nobody. That's why it's so high. I do love the Ankle Assassin, Handles for Days, Unpluckable, all on legend. But realistically speaking, who's gonna make a 99 dribble? The only reason I'm really looking forward to what's the requirements of getting a certain animation on a player. That's what I'm looking for. So if you got to be a 99 ball handling to get Kyrie Irving, oh boy, you can kiss my ass, boy.
Attribute wise is also going to obviously affect how expensive getting that legend badge is. Another one let's look at is steel. Legend interceptor and legend glove. You get both of them with a 99 steel and you're a 65 overall. Much cheaper than going 99 ball handle. Now I also will mention this. Depending on the height of your build, that is going to affect many things, including how expensive certain attributes are, but also what that attribute ties to and how much it ties to those other attributes. We're going to get into that in just a second. Another one to look at is 99 driving layup. That gets you the legend layup mix master, but as you can see, you still need 98 close shot and 98 driving layup to get legend float game. So, I mean, that's basically 299 attributes to get one badge on legend. Pretty crazy. That's something 2K talked about. The taller you go, the less attributes you get. So as you can see at 5'9", if you checked out the video I just posted on the 5'9" builds, they are insane how many attributes you get. But going from 5'9", you see how much you get. 99 ball handle, 99 3, 99 steal, 88 layup, 89 speed, all these crazy attributes, right? Now, just going a tick up to 5'10", our build's basically done. We have a 97 3, 97 ball handle, only 92 steal. Obviously, we have a 93 steal, right? We have a few attributes to play with, but nowhere near as many attributes as 5'9". Now let's go check out even at the taller build. Let's see 6'3 to 6'4 to 6'5 to 6'7. You see we had 93 dunk, 89 3. We had 90...
So you mean to tell me, you mean to tell me you could have a 93 driving dunk, an 89 3, a 92 ball handle, a 96 steal, an 83 perimeter at 6'3"? What? 91 speed with ball? I can't wait to make this fucking build.
2 ball handle, 91 speed with ball, 96 steal. All right, so now let's check out the 6'4". We have 5 less steal. We don't have the Hall of Fame lightning launch, right? We only have 90 speed with ball, so I'm trying to tinker with it. And it's just you can't get as much at 6'4" as you got at 6'3". And, you know, you're going to see a common theme here. It's just the taller you go, the less attributes you get. So I'm literally trying to play with it to try to create the same build. It's just, it's not possible. You don't get as many attributes because I gained an inch of height. Now we go to 6'5". Let's see what we could get at 6'5". And the thing about this is it's going to really come down to how the gameplay plays. Like obviously being taller is an advantage, but how much of an advantage? Is it worth losing a ton of, like, compare this build at 6'6" now to the one you just saw at 5'9". At 5'9", we had a damn near a 99 in every category that we needed, along with super fast speed, a high layup, and now we're down to, you know, 93 dunk, 89 3. We have an 87 ball handle, 85 speed, only 8.
So basically what it is, the taller you are, the better you need to be at the game. The shorter you are, the worser you are at the game. So all you trash motherfuckers that want to be 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot, the threshold of when I know you're good at the game is probably the lowest is 6'2", and I think I'm saying that because I'm making it 6'2", but that's what I'm really like considering. Like I'm gonna give out more respect to the people that's bigger guards and small forwards that can handle and create shots. I'm gonna give more respect to y'all because y'all get less stuff. So I feel like the taller you are, the better you are at the game because you have to learn everything and do all that stuff. The shorter you are, the worser you are at the game. That goes hand in hand though. That goes hand in hand. But basically what I'm saying is the taller you are, the better you are at the game. The shorter you are, more bullshit comes to you. So all them people out there, I'm joining y'all, and y'all gonna have how I had to guard all the bullshit. Y'all gonna have to guard the same bullshit too, motherfuckers.
83 steal, like the higher we go, the less attributes we get. So it's a lot of the game, and in terms of what's going to be the best build or the best, you know, most effective build is going to come down to, let's say, is a small build regardless of attributes a liability defensively? If the answer is yes, well then okay, we got something to talk about. If they can still get great shot contests because of the, let's say the new shot contest system is completely different, and maybe
What do you say? Hold on.
If the answer is yes, well, small build, best build attributes we get. So only 83 steal, like the higher we go, the less attributes we get. So it's a lot of the game, and in terms of what's going to be the best build or the best, you know, most effective build is going to come down to, let's say, is a small build regardless of attributes a liability defensively? If the answer is yes, well then okay, we got something to talk about. If they can still get great shot contests because of the, let's say the new shot contest system is completely different, and maybe as long as you're standing close to somebody you get a contest, well then small builds are going to be crazy because they're going to have the best attributes. But if I can just shoot over a smaller player regardless of what his perimeter is because, you know, he's 5'9", I'm 6'7", right. I don't even see him, well then that's a whole nother story. Now we need to talk about, you know, the ratio of attributes versus height, what's going to be more effective, what's not. You know, the gameplay is going to have a big factor on whether the small builds are super duper effective. I talked about this more in my 5'9" demigod video. The gameplay is really going to affect what builds are the best. And just going off of like attributes, obviously the smaller builds look better. But as we know, in 2K, height has always been a factor. Wingspan's always been a factor. But it all, you know, the level of how much it matters differs every year. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be very, very interesting. I'll leave it at that. Now let's talk about some badge caps in terms of badge level depending on height. So this is for lightning launch. People wanted me to see the tallest you could get at each level, okay? So to get Hall of Fame lightning launch, you need 94 speed with ball. The tallest you could be to get legend lightning launch was 6'2", okay? The tallest you could be to get Hall of Fame lightning launch is 6'4". The tallest you could be to get gold lightning launch was 6'6". And obviously weight affects your speed with ball. So a lot of these heights, you're going absolute minimum weight. You see at 6'6" minimum weight, you can get the 86 speed with ball, and that gets you the gold.
Hold on. But my thing about these badges, right? About everything before this vid, but while I was watching this, my biggest take is it don't matter how high your attribute. It does, but me personally, your attributes don't really matter. The badges you get don't really matter. None of that don't really matter. I think it just depends on how good you are behind the sticks. It really falls down to how good you are on the sticks. I know people that had all the badges, all this, all that, and they wasn't that good. So I'm starting to come to that thing. It's about who's behind the sticks more than anything in the world. If you give this man Joe Knows legend badges, he's going to destroy everybody. But if you get somebody that's not really good at the game, a bunch of legend badges, he's not going to perform as well as him because he know what to do behind this. He know what to do with him. So that's what it's coming down to me.
Gold lightning launch, silver lightning launch. The tallest you could go is 6'9". Right, you could go 6'9". So you had to change it to small forward, obviously, because the height cap based on position. But minimum weight 6'9". You get silver lightning launch, and then last but not least, bronze lightning launch. You need, I forget the exact attribute requirement, but you can go 6'11". 6'11", lower that weight down, 68 speed with ball, that's what it was. 68 speed with ball, you get bronze lightning launch. Okay, so those are the absolute tallest builds you can be to get each badge level of lightning launch. Another one that people requested a lot, limitless range. The tallest you can be to get legend limitless range is 6'5". 6'5", minimum wingspan. You can get a 99 3-pointer, that's the requirement for legend limitless range. Okay. Hall of Fame limitless range is going to require a 96 3-pointer, 96 3 ball. Tallest you can go is 6'5". So if you want legend or Hall of Fame limitless, you have to go 6'5". You can obviously increase your wingspan a little bit if all you want is the Hall of Fame, but you can't go up to 6'6". Now the tallest you can go to get gold limitless range is 6'6". You need a 93 3-pointer to get that gold limitless. 6'6" with a 6'7" wingspan will get you that. Silver limitless range. The tallest you can go silver limitless is 6'7". You need an 89 3-ball this year for silver limitless. You can get that at 6'7". And the tallest you can go to get bronze limitless is 7'3". You can be max height. You gotta lower that wingspan down. Of course, you see me playing with it here, trying to find what the threshold is. You can go 7'3". 7'3", you can get that bronze limitless. And if you go minimum wingspan, you actually get 85 3-ball. So you're two above that bronze limitless cap. Last badge height cap that you guys wanted was posterizer. So at 6'9", you can get legend posterizer, 99 driving dunk with a 90 vertical. Okay, that's legend posterizer. Very, very expensive. As you can see, you're a 72 overall, and that's all we've put up is the dunk and the vertical. Very expensive for legend. Moving on, Hall of Fame posterizer. You can be 6'10". Max wingspan, you need a 96 driving dunk with an 85 vertical. Okay, moving on to gold posterizer. You can be 6'11", but you have to lower your weight. Lowering the weight at this height does increase your driving dunk by 1, otherwise you'll get stuck on 92 driving dunk. But gold posterizer at 6'11". Moving on, silver posterizer, you can unlock at 7 feet tall. So 7 feet tall, you can still get silver posterizer, which is pretty cool. And last but not least, bronze posterizer, you guessed it, you can get it at 7'3". So at 7'3", you got to crank up that wingspan a little bit, but you need a 73 driving dunk. You got to lower that weight down to be able to get that 73 driving dunk to unlock bronze posterizer. You can get that at the tallest height in the game. Now we're going to talk about attribute correlation and basically how attributes work together and how height affects this. Okay, this is very important. When you're making your build, you're going to want to check out the height caps next to, you know, let's say you're looking at a 6'10" build, you're going to want to check out 6'9", 6'11", and see how they tie into each other. So on that 6'10" build, you'll see whatever I put my standing dunk up to, my driving dunk was 15 attribute points behind it, right? So I had 85 standing dunk, my driving dunk was automatically a 70. You'll see at 6'9", it's the same thing. It's a 15-point difference. But as we start to play with this height, you're going to start to see that it's not the same at every height. It's not always a 15-point difference. So as you see, we go to 6'8", it's still a 15-point difference. I have 85 standing, I automatically have to have a 70 driving.
It's about
time. But now check this out. If I go down to 6'7", it's a 10-point difference. So if I wanted an 80 standing dunk, or let's say a 70 standing dunk, my driving dunk has to go up to a 60 now. So it's a bit more expensive because it's only letting me go 10 away instead of 15 away. Same thing as 6'6". So my point with this is, if you're trying to maximize your build to the fullest and you want to have a high standing dunk, but you don't really care about the driving dunk, you might want to consider the taller heights because you'll save 5 attribute points. As opposed to if you do it at 6'6", if you want a 90 standing, you're automatically going to have an 80 driving dunk. But at the taller heights here, like a 6'8", you can go 90 standing and only have a 75 driving dunk. You're saving that 5 attribute points because you're taller. Another example. All right, at 6'6", I know we're kind of nerding out here and whatnot, but bear with me. This is important if you're trying to make the most effective build. Let's say I'm trying to make a lockdown, but I want to give it post control too, so I could work out of the corner and you know, be able to exploit mismatches with guards. If I want 90 post control on a 6'6", I automatically have to have an 80 ball handle, right? It's a 10-point difference like we were just talking about. But as we go up in height, that is not going to be the case. Now check this out, 6'7". I'm going to do the same thing, 90 post control. Now I only need a 70 ball handle, so I saved 10 attribute points just by going up to 6'7". And you're going to see as we continue to go up in height, ball handle does not tie to post control as much. So you're saving attributes depending on the type of build that you want to make. So I really want to stress, when you're making your build, make sure you check the heights surrounding whatever height you're looking. Say you're looking for a 6'7" build, you might want to investigate 6'6" and 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", and all the heights in that area to see how they tie in. At 6'8", a 90 post control, my ball handle only goes up to a 50. Now I just saved a ton of attributes. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. I know we're nerding out here in the builder, but hey, that's what this video is about. One last thing I noticed, and this isn't a huge deal, but I wonder how many other things are like this in the builder, okay? At 6'2", you see your strength maxes out at a 95. At 6'3", your strength maxes out at a 99. At 6'4", your strength maxes out at a 98. And then at 6'5", your strength maxes out at a 94. And then 6'6", your strength maxes out also at a 94. So you're saying, Joe, it's a guard build. Why do you care about strength being so high? I don't. But my point is, Why can a 6'3" get 99 strength, but a 6'2", a 6'4", a 6'5", and a 6'6" can't? What's special about 6'3" that you can get a 99 strength? So it just makes me think, the more we investigate into this builder, are there going to be certain heights that are like, I don't want to call it a glitch, but it kind of like a mistake maybe? I don't think that was intentional. Why would a 6'3" get 99 strength, but the 6'4", 5, and 6 couldn't, and then a 6'2" couldn't as well? It just seems kind of off. So I wonder if within this builder, as we continue to really craft builds and dive in, maybe there's small things like that. Like maybe there's a certain height that we didn't notice could get like a higher post control or a higher block rating than the surrounding heights in that area. Maybe mistakes were made outside of just the strength department. Maybe it was just a mistake in the demo version of the game that we were playing, but just something to look out for. Again, strength on a small guard really doesn't matter, so that particular mistake wouldn't really affect the game at all. But I just wonder if there's other small little things out there where it's like, hey, this 6'8" build can actually get a higher block than the 6'7" or 6'9" surrounding it. Probably not, but who knows? Just something I noticed. But if you're looking for the 2K25 gameplay breakdown, that video right there has everything you could want. What 3-point rating do you need on your build? How to speed boost, meter dunking tutorial, everything you need to be good at NBA 2K25 is in that video. Those that were doing a lot more dribble labbing than me.
I was already watching.
My biggest concern when I was thinking of getting Botox Cosmetic was
losing my expression.
Same greens. We've got the shot rating you need to green consistently. We've got the mid-range game covered for all you midi magicians out there. We've got the new rhythm shooting system. And for all you slashers, we've got a detailed meter dunking breakdown. We're gonna cover the all-new shot contest system, and for all the centers, we cover the standing dunks and the paint mash. We've got Devin Booker floaters, we've got scoopers, everything you need to know about layups. We've got everything from paint defense to perimeter bumps to bump steals. Lockdown, stay tuned. Of course, we're gonna break down post scoring, and spoiler alert, it's really good again. We've got ankle break.
I wanted to say something about them. Y'all post scorers. Y'all motherfucking post scorers. That's how I know the 1v1 court is done. If I have a 1v1 court in the stage again, I'm not playing on it, bro. If I'm not a big, I'm not playing on it. Even if I'm a big, I'm not playing on it, man. Fuck y'all 1v1s, man. Godly.
Blowout dribbles, Patty Mills jump shot, everything you want to know about NBA 2K25 is in this video. Drop a like, let's get it to 10,000 likes, and let's get into it. And let's talk about dribbling. Okay, there was a lot of things floating around the internet about how you could not speed boost on this game. I don't know. Listen, y'all gotta be careful who y'all talk to. You can speed boost on 2K25. Okay, yes. Let's chill. You can speed boost. Okay.
The thing about speed boosting, bro, speed boosting is never going to leave the game ever again. Speed boosting is never going to leave the game ever again. There's always going to be a speed boost in the game. There's always going to be a speed boost. Because there's real life speed boosting, bro. It's so crazy. Like, y'all think speed boosting is only on 2K on the video game? No, there is speed boosting in real life, bro. I'm not going to say no names, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The fast, quick motherfuckers. That quick people, that's speed boosting. Because they're quick. So, speed boosting is never going to leave the game. Cut that out.
Okay. Was it different? Absolutely. Is it going to take us a little while to figure out how to speed boost out of every single move on the game? Of course. Just like 2K24. In the beginning of the game, nobody could speed boost out of stuff. People were spamming Magic Johnson crossover for like 2 months. Right? It took us a while. People thought you had to have Kyrie Irving dribble style to speed boost. And then we realized, okay, you got to do a hezzy out of each dribble move, and then you can burst cleanly. It's going to be something like that along the lines for 25 as well. We just got to find the sauce. People like Young Dirk and Koza were doing a lot more dribble labbing than me. I just tested it a little bit. I speed boosted with De'Aaron Fox, with John Morant, with LeBron James. And for those of you that were also wondering, LeBron hotback is back. Yeah, you still get the big hotback, and for the small guards, I mean, Chris Paul's got the same thing. So, LeBron hotback is back. You're gonna be doing it. The combos, the quick little combos that like Steph Curry has to like dance behind a screen, and John Morant right there to like get into the mid-range. They felt pretty smooth, pretty clean. I labbed up a little bit. You know, you could spam like the jaw aggressive combo breakdown. And I chained together some decent little moves. In my opinion, the big players almost moved better than the small players. But like, look at, I'm speed boosting with De'Aaron Fox, like no problem. And this was me labbing for like 5 to 10 minutes, you know. So
big guards,
that whole thing, people were tweeting, oh, there's no speed boosting. I don't know what these people, I don't know if they played the same game as me, but you see the cross launch on the crossover right there, little like quick, I guess kind of quick stop pull up, the magic crossover into like the John Wall crossover to the hoop right here. There's definitely going to be some ways to get open. We just gotta, you know, 20 minutes of labbing the demo game at Community Day is not enough. It's going to take a little while. You see the John Wall snatchback from last year. There's a lot of ways that we're going to figure out to get open, whether you're on a bigger player, a smaller player. You can speed boost. Dribbling is different, 100%. Just like every other year. We got to lab it up. We got to find out the best SIGs. We're using NBA players. NBA players, even a Kyrie Irving, De'Aaron Fox, a Trae Young, they do not have optimized SIGs. They have a couple good SIGs, but they don't have like your MYPLAYER where you have, you know, one of the best animations in every category. They might have 1 or 2 or 3 good dribble moves in their package of whatever it is, 10 dribble moves, let's say, while your MYPLAYER has 10 good animations. All animations you have are good and give you clean bursts and clean movement. These guys are, you know, they're NBA players. They have their actual SIGs. Some of them are trash. Some of their SIGs are trash. Just a bug almost hit me in the eye. Some of their SIGs are trash every year, right? So let's relax. I think we're going to be fine. Just like at the beginning of 24, it felt stiff, it felt slow. Nobody could figure out
people that actually have
how to move
SIGs.
cleanly and speed boost. And like I said, people were spamming Magic Johnson crossover for like a month or two. We're going to figure it out. When it comes to Steezo's going to go crazy on this game. I was able to like dribble backwards a little bit, and I'm not I'm not Steezo. Steezo's going to go absolutely insane on this game. All right, so let's look at the new shot timing profiles. You have layup timing and shot timing profiles. So for layup timing, you have real player percentage, low, normal, and high risk. You still have your shot timing visual cue. At least in the demo version, you couldn't create the custom cue that they had talked about, so you could just choose from the ones from last year. So I put it on push. And then for the shot timing profile, you see it's set to difficulty based, which is basically it just automatically adjusts depending on the difficulty you're playing on. So I don't know how that's going to work with online gameplay, if that's going to be an option. But you still have real player percentage, low, normal, and high risk. And essentially, you can read the descriptions here, but the higher the risk you go, the more your timing matters. And I'm going to be honest, unless you have bad Wi-Fi or you're just extremely new to 2K, after testing normal and high risk and all these options, everyone's going to play on high risk. Like everyone that plays the game and is, I'd say, average to above average, unless you have bad Wi-Fi, you're going to play on high risk because it gives you more control over whether you green or not. And shooting on high risk, as you're going to see, even with low 3-point ratings, I was still able to spark. So here's what I was talking about. You see I have it set to high risk reward on your shot timing profile, okay? And I'm using Ja Morant here. The difficulty is on Hall of Fame, and we're going to go in and we're going to check out Ja's 3-point rating. It is a 78 3-point rating, and I did go look at his badges after. He has no limitless range, so not even bronze limitless range. He's got a few shooting badges, if I remember correctly, but I just looked to see if he had limitless. It's on Hall of Fame, and like this is using Ja's jump shot base with no jump shot boost. I don't think he had any 3-point hot zones, and I was still able to just green. So in my opinion, if you're not using high risk, high reward, you're going to be at an extreme disadvantage, especially when you play against other good players. Like I said, unless you have bad Wi-Fi or something, you're going to be on that high risk. Now, the next thing I wanted to test was limitless range. It's on Hall of Fame, and I'm shooting from the logo. Steph has Hall of Fame limitless range. So, this year you can get legend limitless range, but no NBA players that we played on had legend badges. So I wasn't able to test any legend badges. But as you can see, I can shoot from basically the center circle with Hall of Fame limitless. Now, Steph does have a 99.3, but he only has half limitless. So it's gonna be interesting to see what that Legend Limitless is like. Let's move on. All right, let's talk about the new stick shooting. Okay, obviously we've read about it. Now this is it in action. Basically, it gives you 2 timings. It gives you a feedback on the first initial push of the stick in terms of your timing, and then it gives you a second reading at the bottom that talks about your tempo. Now, if you green both the timing and the tempo, you make it every time from what I saw. If you green one or the other, you make it a decent amount of the time. But as you see in the screenshot, you got the timing and the tempo, and you know, right here I got great timing, great tempo, so they're both green. You make the shot every time from what I saw. But the main problem I think is going to come with this is, let's look at the 2 situations. First of all, catch and shoot. When you're catching and shooting using the stick shooting, it seemed like there was a slight delay. Like there was a little bit of a hitch in terms of how fast you could get the shot off. And maybe I was just doing it wrong because it was the first time playing the game. But even people that I talked to, they kind of said they felt like they could shoot much quicker. Like you could instantly shoot the ball if you shot with the button on catch and shoots. And there was that slight hitch, slight delay using the stick, which obviously is going to lead to your shot getting contested more because you can't get the shot off as quickly. The other situation besides catch and shoot is dribbling. And obviously it's something new, and I was only experimenting with it for a few minutes on this demo version of 2K25, but to go from comboing dribble moves to then shooting with the stick, it felt very awkward, and maybe that's just because it's new. If I had to guess whether people are going to use it or not, I would say majority of people will not use this. Kind of like the shot aiming back in 2K21. I think it was 2K21 if y'all remember that. I feel like it's going to kind of be like that. You'll get a few people experimenting with it, but for the most part, people are going to stick with that button shooting, especially with the high risk option. I just feel like it was so consistent, even with that, even with John Morant, with the 78 3-ball. Like imagine, you know, our my players with much higher ratings, with jump shot boost, with hot zones, lethal zones, etc., etc. Y'all, you guys understand what I'm saying. The one situation I think I could see people potentially using the stick shooting is on fades. Now these clips are from my boy Swag. He was testing it out and he said it felt really good when he was just kind of running to the side and shooting like a mid-range fade. So maybe people will use that. He said he would kind of experiment with it more and consider it. But for someone like me who's typically ISOing, I don't see myself comboing up and creating space and then using the stick to shoot. So experiment with it as you want. I'll probably test it out a little bit more, but I think I'm just going to be shooting with the button on that high risk, high reward. Go-to shots. These are actually pretty cool. How effective will they be? I'm not sure. And did they soup up the green window on these? I don't know, because I was greening reds and yellows on these like crazy. And yes, this is on Hall of Fame. That is a very tight red coverage that we're going to get into shortly. On Hall of Fame difficulty over Michael Jordan, who has straight Hall of Fame defensive badges. Here's another one right here with Kevin Durant, and it's a greened another red contest over Chris Middleton. So the go-to shots, the reason I like them is just because they look really, really nice. Aesthetically, they are very pleasing. They look very like, they literally, as a fan of the NBA, they look just like the player movements from real life. Now, some of them are a little slow and they don't create a lot of space. So I don't know how much people will actually use them in like online gameplay. But the one thing that is good about these, as we read in the courtside report, if you watched that video or read about it yourself, you can at any moment out of those combinations, you can speed boost out of it. You can also at any moment, as you, let's say you go tween, behind the back, tween, hop. At any moment in that sequence, you can do a different dribble move. So let's say I go tween, behind the back, tween, and then I want to just do like an escape and run right. I can escape and run right at any moment within that whole sequence. And that's like the shot canceling feature that they were talking about. And I was a little skeptical because I was like, well, on this, on past 2Ks, you could shot cancel. Like you do a hop jumper, you just don't shoot it, right? You do a hop jumper and then just like run out of it. But it was much smoother, like they said, I will say. So we'll have to experiment with it. I'm sure everyone's gonna find like the one or two good like signature go-to shot that creates a ton of space or allows you to like really hop away and then like combo out of that and get to the basket or whatever. They, you know, people are always gonna find like the most effective ones and use them online. But from a visual standpoint, they looked really good. And I don't know if they souped up the green windows, like I said, but I was green and contested signature go-to shots a lot, and all the gameplay you see in this video is on Hall of Fame. Off dribble shooting. For those of you that love the mid-range and love the hop jumpers and fades and all that, it felt really good. I'll be honest. Like, I mean, obviously I'm using Kevin Durant and some other really good high-rated players, but it felt very greenable. Yellows, reds, I think the mid-range is going to be lethal again on this game. Like, it's going to be something people can go to with the front fades, the side fades, the back fades, the hop jumpers, spin shots, all the stuff that all you like midi loving players loved about 24. I feel like the mid-range is going to be just as effective on this game. So yeah, whether you're shooting the signature shots, the hop shots, the fades, the mid-range is definitely going to be back this year, in my opinion. Of course, I'm just playing against the AI, but I think I get a pretty good sense of it from what I tested, and middies are going to be good yet again. Let's get into meter dunking. Now, the first thing you might see, the actual meters, there is no green window that it shows. So in order to determine whether it's a good or a bad dunk attempt, I'm not really sure. It's a bit of guesswork. Did it feel good? Oh, it still felt good. Yep, it still felt real good. I did not green all of them, so it wasn't like super duper easy to the point that you could just be brain dead and do it. All of these are on Hall of Fame, but as I said, there's no green window to tell you if it's like in 24, for example, you'd say, oh, it's a big meter or a small meter. You know, they talked about the dunk meter logic was going to change, and it wasn't just going to be straight up big or straight up tiny. Like, there was going to be in between, but we don't even know if there, you know, we don't really even know what is considered in between or what's considered a big meter, small meter. We don't know any of that, because when you go up, regardless of which of the three dunk meters you pick, it doesn't show you a green window. And the same is for standing dunks that we're going to get into in a second. So I guess it's going to be a lot of trial and error on what's a good take and what's like super greenable. The one thing I will say is going against smaller play, like jaw dunking on a guard, definitely felt a lot easier as I miss one on Dinwiddie. I mean, I show that. The one thing I will say is,
it's stupid.
The opponent, the defender mattered, for example. Like, trying to dunk on Draymond felt a lot more difficult than trying to dunk on a guard, like a Kyrie Irving or something. Like,
right.
It definitely felt like the defender's attributes and badges mattered more than it did on 24, which overall is a good thing. I think that makes sense. But like I said, without being able to see the green window, you really don't know what's a good or a bad take. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. Did it still feel good? Absolutely. Let's get into shot contest. So they took away percentages. And from what I understand, there won't be percentages in the real game.
Y'all Patty Mills fans out there, as y'all can see, the Patty Mills is back better than ever. Bro, I already know you probably got to hit a certain thing to get Patty Mills. I will be having Patty Mills. Fuck you.
Either. So there's wide open. I think there's open. And then there's light pressure, which is a yellow contest. And then there's tight, which is a red contest. And then another degree that I saw was very tight, but it was also red colored. So I'm assuming it's just like obviously a heavier contested tight shot, but we don't know like how much more of an effect that has. Now, the bigger question I have is some of these shot contest systems. So I just have two examples here because I don't want to go on and on for hours and hours, but check this out. Okay, KD pulls up, it's a light pressure, okay, shooting it over Brook Lopez. Now let's check out this MJ fade over Dwayne Wade. That's a red. So let's break this picture down. I froze it at the release point of both of their jump shots. If you see the first one on the left with Dwayne Wade,
okay,
I reached. I'm the defender in this situation. I tried to like get a strip animation or something like that. So there is no hand even above Michael Jordan's waist at the time of him releasing that fade. And I got a red contest. Now on the flip side over here with Kevin Durant, Brook Lopez contested this shot pretty damn well. Like his hand is all the way up basically by Durant's wrist, almost right by his hand. It might be like one of those in real life where you shoot and the defender, you know, you high five the defender as you release the ball. Like he's right there, and that's a yellow. So that makes me think maybe Dwayne Wade's perimeter is much higher than Brook Lopez's. Maybe his challenger is much higher, or is it going to go back to contests where it's just really depends on where you're standing? Like if you're in the hitbox probably isn't the right term, but you understand what I'm saying. If you're like right up against the defender, even without a hand up, is it going to be a red this year? Because I'm going to be honest, though, the jump shot that KD's taking looks a hell of a lot more contested than the one that Michael Jordan's taking.
Yeah.
And like I said, the Jordan contest was a red, and the KD contest was a yellow. I'm not really sure about this. I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
obviously, online gameplay
really
will be the
sure.
ultimate determining factor on like how we feel about
really
shot
sure,
contest.
because he's definitely right about the steals. Like, he reached, that shouldn't be a contest, because once you miss the swipe, it's no contest. It's like trying to steal a pass with intercepted. Like, if you miss, you're fucked. So if you're reaching for a steal and you miss, that should be no contest. That should literally say open, not wide open, open. And then with Kevin Durant, bro, that's a full-blown contest from Brook Lopez, and you got Chris Middleton down there. So I'm surprised that wasn't very tight, and that one was slightly pressured. That's weird to me. That's weird. Definitely got to find out more about that.
But this was just something that I noticed when I was going back over all the gameplay that I had, and I was like, man, like, that looks way more contested than the other one, and the other one registered as a red. So I'm not really sure how I feel about shot contests, and I can't really give you guys a good answer on if it's better, worse, or the same, or whatever the case may be, as opposed to 24. So this is one, my bad. I'm just showing you the example. I can't give you an answer on this one. So let's talk about them taking away the percentages real quick. Immediately my brain goes, man, like, there's a big difference between a 6% yellow contest and a 36% yellow contest. And we're not going to know that this year. So does that mean every single light contest is exactly the same? Does that mean, you know, obviously depending on the level of your challenger and your perimeter defense, does that make it easier to get a red contest instead of a yellow? Or is it just across all, you know, whatever's a yellow is a yellow regardless of badges, but then because of the level of the badge will be like how effective that yellow contest is. It just kind of raises a lot of questions about how effective shot contests are going to be, because you're not going to really know in great detail what level the contest is. It's just either open, wide open, yellow, or red. Like, there's no more information than that. And from what I was told, it's not getting added to the real game. Like, this, the way it was in the demo is how it's going to be in the game. Let's talk about some standing dunks, some paint mash, something for you centers. Now,
please.
standing dunks, first of all, were really OP in 24 because of the jab step.
Right.
No more jab steps in the paint. Every time you try to jab step, you see right here, it's just, you pump fake. Pump fake. There's no more, you can't Kobe jab in the paint or do any triple threat jab in the paint. Now, the one thing I will say about the standing meter dunks, just like the driving meter dunks, because there's no green window, you don't really know what is a good one and a bad one. So it's going to, again, be a lot of trial and error. Did I green some? Absolutely. You can also still standing contact dunk with X. I got a couple of those in there in the...
I'm a rusty old boat hitch, and I am barely hanging on. See ya. Ahoy! So get all state.
A limited amount of time where I was testing this. Paint mashing, until we play against other human beings, is going to be tough to really get a read on it. But one thing I will say is, like, moving people out of the way and going up with close shots did feel pretty effective. Obviously, all these guys have high close shot, like Giannis and Wembanyama, but look at, like, Giannis pushing Kevin Durant in and then going up and getting a layup, still greening it over light pressure. I feel like paint mashing could be determined a lot more this year off of potentially close shot, but more importantly, having some post control, because without the jab step, to be able to create the space and be able to create the room that you need to be able to standing dunk or standing layup, I feel like could be a challenge, because that was the main reason on 24 it was so good, because of the jab. The jab would get you that separation, get the defender off of you, and then you could go up. But without having the jab, you're going to have to go to other ways. And maybe post control becomes a little bit more important for a center who's looking to be an offensive option down low. We'll have to wait and see, like I said, until we play online, because just against the AI, it's never really a true read on how it's going to be. All right, let's get into some layups. Now, layups on 24 were really good, and as the year went on, more and more people found out about how good they were, and people started making the Devin Booker floater builds. The animation is still in the game. I didn't test it for too long, so I just got a couple clips for you there. I missed one, I made one. But also in the game, scoopers. Scoopers are back. You still get the cheese body-to-body scooper animation. They did not remove that. Now, the thing about this is, I don't even know if the devs know this is in the game. Like, once people found this move out, they did it a lot in Pro-Am. I know some people did it in the stage. It was a bit more of a sweaty move, but basically you could just body through somebody even if they had a 99 strength and you had no strength. Strength had nothing to do with it, and that's why I'm not sure the devs even know this is in the game. So that body-to-body, like, scooper cheese layup animation is still a thing, and it is still very effective. I greened some yellows with it, and most of them said open. Now, also with that, there's some cool new animations like that, where it's like the dude's kind of pushing LeBron in the back, and it just looks cool, and overall, layups did feel very, very effective. Now, again, it's against the AI. Like, we have to wait and see how it feels online, but overall, layups, they felt good. The D-Book floater's back, the scooper's back. Even if you don't get the scooper cheese layup, like where you, the body-to-body scooper cheese, just even regular scoopers felt good. I greened a lot of layups, and then even like with the smaller players, like if they take you out of a dunk, you can green the layup. Those of you that were asking me to test the layups, I would definitely say for those of you that love layup builds and all that, it's definitely going to be viable again. There might even be some good new layup animations. We'll have to wait and see, you know, if we find like something even better than the D-Book floater this year or whatever. But definitely was fun to do the layups. There's some cool new animations that I noticed. And for those like more sweaty players, the D-Book's back. The body-to-body scoopers are back. Those are all still going to be really effective. Now let's talk about some defense. Pluck steals were kind of tough to test, but for those locks that want bump steals back, I'm going to go out on a limb and say they are back, because I was blitzing the computer on Hall of Fame, and anytime my body hit that ball, the ball popped free. So those lockdowns that were frustrated all of 24 with not being able to get the bump steals they feel they were able to get, or they feel they should have got, I should say, I think you're gonna be able to get bump steals like crazy this year. Like, look, I'm blitzing Devin, but it's on Hall of Fame, and I'm just blitzing it like anytime.
My God, bro, I'm sick of these logs, bro. These logs be pissing me off, bro. We are cooked. We are cooked. We're cooked. Cooked.
And my body hit that ball, it popped free, and testing plucks with the NBA players against the AI is just difficult because not a lot of the guys have like Hall of Fame glove with 99 steal, like a, you know, a lockdown wood, or, you know, anytime I did go for a reach on the ball, I did not get it. Now there's no right stick ripper, and when I tested it in 24,
so you're telling me so that this plays well for little guards. All these bump steals, it plays well for little guards. Because now you're telling me I don't have to press anything no more to get a steal. All I got to do is beat you to your spot if you're in the middle of a crossover, and I can bump steal you every single time. Bruh, watch. That's 6'2", that's 6'3", 6'4", them little people, they're about to be the fucking meta. Because that means you're telling me they able to do everything, bro. Everything. What you need a high steal for when you can bump steal? Come on, bro. Come on. Watch. I'm going to be right along with y'all.
I was getting a ton of on-ball steals. I didn't test it for very long this year because, you know, I had a limited amount of time and I had to get in the builder and all that. But to me, the main thing that stood out for steals was bump steals. That bump steals felt like they were like really effective. Like if you position yourself correctly and you get your body onto that basketball, it's gonna pop free from the ball handler, which in my opinion takes more skill than getting a pluck steal anyway, so I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm not sure about pluck steals, but they definitely didn't feel how they felt when I tested 2K24 last year at Community Day. Maybe I didn't test them enough, but I will say in the demo mode that I played here, this demo version of the game, bump steals felt really, really good. Some more defense. The bumps that you could get on the ball handler felt good. That on-ball menace, I think that's what they said was like the new clamps, as you see it popping up in the top right-hand corner. You can get a lot of bumps, but like Bill Cartwright right there getting that little blow-by animation on Chris Bosh, I don't think the bumps are like so OP to the point that people won't be able to move. Obviously, I think it's going to depend on what build is playing against what build, what the strength is, what the immovable forcer is, what the lightning launch is on, all that. But Bill Cartwright right there got a blow-by animation moving in slow motion against Chris Bosh. But then I also got some really good bump animations with LeBron against Scottie Pippen. So hopefully it's balanced, and hopefully it's not just super RNG whether you get a good bump or they get a blow by. Hopefully it actually does depend on momentum and badges and attributes and all that. Tough to say against the AI, like I said, but once we get into online gameplay, I think within a couple weeks we will definitely have our answer. We touched on paint defense a little bit already when we were talking about the meter dunks, but it felt pretty good in terms of like if you.
Bruh, Tyrese Maxey is not stopping Luka like that. That's the. He's not stopping him like that, bro. Period, bro. Nobody can, but definitely not Maxey.
Kept your body between somebody in the hoop, you could definitely wall up. Chase down block right there with LeBron. Definitely can still, you know, chase people down. Nothing crazy there. But did the computer make some red layups on me? Absolutely. You know, did they make some yellows on me? Absolutely. I think it all depends on your positioning and then also your rating and your badges. Anytime I feel like I was on a good enough defender and I got my body in position to stop a drive, I feel like I got the stop pretty consistently. Also, when I was doing the meter dunks, like I said, it was much harder to meter dunk on a Draymond Green than it was on a Kyrie Irving. So I think size, but then also attributes matter. Like Draymond's defense and badges are definitely a lot better than Kyrie's when it comes to inside. So I think that's also a big factor to take into consideration, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay, here we go again. Post scores, well, every year, bro. Every year. They're going to be godly, bro. They're going to be godly. I'm telling you that right now. You still get the spin throw animations. The post hooks felt good. The post fades felt good. And Joel only has gold post badges. So there's 2 tiers up, right? You can go to you can go to Hoff, and then you could go to Legend. So a pure post scorer with Legend post badges. Just get ready, bro. That's all I'm saying. Just get ready. They're back.
I don't even want to look at this, yo.
They are back again. They are back again. The fades felt obviously Embiid has a really good mid-range rating and post control rating and all that. So the fades with him did feel, you know, extremely good. I don't think we're gonna have as high a rating on you know, if you made a 7-3 post score. But I guess potentially you could if you went small wingspan. But anyways, my point is post scores are back. They're gonna be godly. You can still throw people. The drop steps felt really, really good. The hooks, the fades. This was with gold badges, Imagine Legend. Y'all get the point. On and on and on. Post scores, yet again, they're going to be godly. Another thing to test was the blowout dribble. Now you do it with the flicking the right stick up, and I'll be honest, it did feel better than 2K24. It definitely felt like you could actually kind of get downhill with it. In terms of just getting separation from the opponent, it did feel better, but I was playing against the AI, of course. We got to see when there's another human being sprinting as fast as he can to try to catch up to you. When it comes to ankle breakers, I really only got one, and I didn't even do it on purpose, and it was on a hop jumper, unfortunately. So, are ankle breakers back? Are they going to be effective? I'm not really sure. But one thing I will say was when I was dribbling on the perimeter a lot, I would get oohs and ahs from the crowd, and like I wasn't getting any crazy ankle breaker. It was almost like I was getting stun animations just from doing like small little combos. So it almost seemed like it worked as ankle breaker, but also tight handles. If y'all remember tight handles, we get those stun animations, and it wasn't like anything crazy in terms of the stuns.
That presents problems, guys.
Thank you, David.
But I heard the crowd every time I saw the defender wobble, even just a little bit, you know, ooh, We'll see once we get online. I didn't like spam to get ankle breakers all that often, but everyone else I talked to said they barely got any. All right, a lot of you guys asked me about Patty Mills' jump shot because it was so good in 24, and I'm gonna be honest, it's still fast. Obviously, this is just, this is the actual Patty Mills jump shot. I wasn't able to create a custom Patty Mills with different releases, but it is still really fast. It feels relatively the same as last year.
Y'all been in English class, and y'all just sitting there, and then it's just talking so much. Even reading the book, wherever y'all reading, and you just go to sleep. This is exactly how I'm feeling right now. It's like, bro, I am over here dozing off. Fuck. It's almost done. Okay, 1 minute.
Depending on shot contests, and depending on, obviously, once, you know, 2K Labs gets in and tests all the green window sizes for the bases and the releases and all that, it'll determine if it's going to be the best shot in the game again. But in terms of speed and visual looks and everything, I mean, Patty was still pattying. I'm gonna be honest, Patty was still pattying, so
Yeah.
it might be one of the best shots on the game again. We'll have to see. And a big determining factor on why Patty Mills was the best shot on 24 was the contest system. Just for whatever reason, just Patty would just register opens almost all the time. Like even the 5% contests on 24 looked like they should have been reds. Like it was crazy in terms of negating contests. That's why it really was a crazy shot on 24. So we'll have to see how that plays out on 25, but it is still on 25 and it's still fast and it looks the same. So for those of you that wanted me to test Patty, there's your quick little review. Well, that's my NBA 2K25 gameplay breakdown. If you're looking for my NBA 2K25 My Player Builder breakdown, click that video on the screen right there. You don't want to miss that. You definitely don't want to miss that one.
Well, that was everything you need to know. I was damn near falling asleep. This motherfucker was so long, a whole breakdown, and my brain was just fried. Shit, man. But he gave out some really important information on both videos. I really enjoyed both of the videos. I gotta see for sure because all these attributes, getting all these badges, it don't really matter. It depends who's behind the sticks on them players. Like, it don't. No matter how many legend badges, Hall of Fame, gold badges I got, if I'm not good at the game, bro, I'm never gonna live up to the potential of what my player could be. So, but badges are still important to get that stuff, and I'm just saying that for the people that are actually good at the game. So, you're telling me with the Steph Curry shooting 99 limitless range from all the way back there, and he only got a Hall of Fame limitless range. I can only imagine a person that has legend. I can only imagine the people that has legend. Like, bro, that is crazy work. Like, but I know once the game comes out, we're gonna figure out you only need a 93 pointer. You only need gold limitless range to shoot that far. You only need silver dead eye. You only need what else? Gold posterizer or Hall of Fame posterizer or etc. You get what I'm saying? For you to really understand the game and break it down. So I'm already knowing you ain't gonna need legend for everything. Sometimes gold gonna feel like legend. Sometimes Hall of Fame gonna feel like legend. Sometimes even silver's gonna feel like legend. So it just depends on the person behind the sticks. Once we really in tune and learn the game, it's gonna be pretty tough. It's gonna be pretty tough. Let me know what y'all think, man. It's a W video. And you enjoy what you've seen. How do you feel about 2K? What build you're making? How do you feel about the My Player breakdown? Whatever, you let me know in the comments how you feel about NBA 2K25, how you feel about everything so far of what you've seen. And, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. Do all of that. Share it to your mom, your brother, your sister, your dad, your niece, uncle, stepbrothers, homeless people. Say, hey, SkinnyBoyDame just posted a video. Make sure you go watch it. But I really do appreciate y'all watching this video with me, even though I kind of dozed off a little bit during the video. It was crazy work. But I appreciate y'all. And 2K25 is coming. I will be streaming for sure. So make sure y'all lock in on that. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. And I'm out. Peace.